We're seeing inventory on the rise. Is it going to be enough to put a dent in the deficit? And what is it going to look like for buyers and sellers in Summit County this summer?
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Show number 110, your go-to source for the latest real estate news in Summit County, the mountains of Colorado. I'm here with my producer, Benji. Benji Does, the man, the myth, the legend. Hello, Benji. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Matt. Glad to be here. So what is going on in the Breckenridge market? Don't we see more inventory this time of year?
Great question. I've been doing a lot of scrolling on social media lately, and I think that we're going to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
Let's first take a quick look at what's happening in Summit County. I think we got some fun First Friday stuff coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it says Silverthorne is going to host a locals appreciation party with free booze.
Right. That could be dangerous with the locals.
Could be.
Let's see what happens there. But yeah, we got a little Silverthorne locals appreciation party. Things right now this time of year, it's mostly locals here. So that's that. We just got like 2 inches of snow last night. Everywhere else in the country, world is springy. And so we need something to bring us out of the doldrums. Nothing better than free booze.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, that'll be this Friday. So definitely check that out. Where does it say that it is?
Is it a First Friday thing? It says held there at the Silverthorne Performing Arts Center lawn. So I guess outside.
Yeah, so could be a little touch and go. We're gonna have to see what the weather brings for us. So bring your beer mug and bring your koozie and bring your parka.
Parka for sure.
It's like a koozie for yourself.
Dude, that is such a good analogy. I need to make koozie jackets now.
They have them.
Do they?
Yes, they have koozie jackets for your koozies. So you can get your
I get it. No, I was meaning like a koozie for a person.
Oh, the other way around.
Yeah.
Like it's the kind that like snaps shut. You wrap it around, it'll just, that's a great idea, except for you might want armholes.
All right, well, that takes us over to the local mountain news. It says that Colorado's housing inventory boom is here. What is different? What is different?
Gosh, well, we typically see this time of year, this is where our inventory really starts to build up. So that's encouraging. If you're around looking for places on the market, you're going to start to see that inventory build. This article talks about homes that are coming on in the springtime typically tend to do better as far as the price that they bring. So what we're seeing right now is still that deficit in our inventory. When I'm looking at the MLS and I'm looking at Summit County, which is Breckenridge and Frisco, Silverthorne, Dillon, Keystone, those are still low. We're like in the 500s as far as active residential listings. So we really need to get back up to those 800 marks. I don't think we're going to get there this summer, to be honest. We're seeing good inventory come on the market, but just not quite enough. The overall rate of selling is at a place where it's consistent with the inventory we have. So we're like in that 6th month of standing inventory. So that's kind of an even, healthy market. However, there's still just not a whole lot to choose from for buyers. So that's going to keep our prices a little bit more steady, keep them from going down despite the lower sales.
Well, that takes us into the market in a minute, where you get to share your screen and tell us what's going on in the market. I'm going to get my head out of the way so people can see the data.
Okay, so here we got market in a minute, active listing inventory. Since we're talking about inventory, you can see if we look back here, 2020, this range, just kind of the big difference of where we've come. Now this says 791, but that includes a lot of other stuff other than just residential. This gives you a good idea of the difference that we're looking at as far as the number of active listings. New listing inventory coming on, starting to see that climb a bit, but it's just still not at those levels that we were back in 2020, 2021. So we're going to have to see a lot more come on the market to get up to that place where we've got a good stock of inventory on the shelves.
What's the busy season though? Isn't it summertime?
Summertime is a busy selling season. So we're going to see the bulk of the inventory in the summertime. This is the time when we see properties come on the market. Historically, that's the biggest time where the shelves are stocked. And then you see everything, everything all looking nice and stocked through the summer. And then as we go into July and August, we start seeing a lot more under contract. And as we go into the fall months, things are either selling or they're coming off market so people can rent them for the winter.
Here it is, our listing of the week. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is 63 Idlewood Drive, and
Yeah.
it's a big one.
It is a pretty big house. It's over 3,000 square feet. This is over in Summit Cove. So kind of at the end of the lake there between Dillon and Keystone, good location, access to the bike path, great mountain bike trails and hiking trails right nearby, and just a good neighborhood, kind of a good overall feel in this area. This one's kind of, this is on a loop there, so you're not gonna get a lot of traffic coming through. So definitely like this area, Summit County. Good access to everything you want. Golfing there.
Yeah, golfing, trails.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
Good
just like
location.
a really pretty neighborhood.
And it is, and good community in this neighborhood. So I picked this one in particular because it is, one, it's our office's listing. Two, is it has an ADU, or an accessory dwelling unit, a separate space for somebody that wanted to be able to own a home and then rent out that second space. So, and it's just a cool looking place. But affordability right now is a big deal as far as being able to purchase a place up here. When you're looking at homes starting in the $1 million range, plus or minus, being able to rent out that separate space is going to be a big deal to be able to generate some income and offset that mortgage, which is going to be a lot higher than it was, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and then the taxes come at you too.
Oh yeah, you getting it from all sides. People, I mean, the money doesn't go very far right now.
This almost looks like the house I used to live in Germany. It had these like wooden ceilings and then like white
Oh
walls.
yeah, just a very Bavarian kind of, absolutely. They did some nice upgrades in this. I like their style choices. Yeah, so not like a lot of these big ones that we look at that are all super blinged out and fancy, but something for just, people that live here and be able to generate some rental income and have a decent sized home to live in a great neighborhood.
Look at that.
Some nice views too. Got views of Buffalo.
Big garage.
It's got an EV charger in it, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
Green. Nice little backyard there, nice space. It's on about, it's got a oversized 3-car garage, which that's pretty cool. And about a third of an acre. So they did a nice job with the styling, the railings. You can tell they put good thought into it.
It's a nice place.
So that's all we got for you for Ski Summit Real Estate Show number 110. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Love it if you'd subscribe, but either way, we'd appreciate you being here. So until next time, feel free to reach out to us with any questions in the description or the chat below, or you can reach out to me directly. Have a wonderful day and hope to see you in the mountains soon.